guys, welcome back to another episode of BTG, Bridging the Gap. And here we're going to be helping you bridge the workplace relevance gap for millennials. And your host for the show remains myself, Veronica.
Elizabeth.
Emmanuel, nice to meet you guys again.
So guys, my dear ones, how has your week been?
Week. It was stressful. Let's
I
not.
think they stress
what
you, Mama.
happened?
I know. I feel
beg
the
you.
traffic this week was like on another
No,
level.
yeah, it really
And then
was.
rain and everything.
Oh, the rain.
This week basically just made me
it's
realize
raining cat
that
and dogs,
I'm
man.
not born for this life of stress.
Because
Which
life is
life?
not
Which
for her.
life?
She's a baby girl.
Baby 18.
Private jet,
Oh, this
on
is...
the yacht.
Well, I was on the queue, waiting my turn. And I saw a man just walking. The guy was screaming. I'm like, Oga,
Wow,
calm down. What's happening? He was screaming, and everybody was like, okay,
what's
what's
going
wrong?
on? Yeah.
No, then he went to the counter and he was shouting at the customer service lady.
Is
Then
that
everybody was like, guy,
Maybe.
Is that
be calming down, be calming down. Before you know it, this guy threw his ATM card at her.
Jesus.
Wow, that's a very dramatic expression. So, but he threw his ATM, and this girl, instead of her to calm down and just be cool, she stood up and said, she gave it to him. Hot.
I like her.
She did not even,
No
think
time
about
to waste
anybody.
time. No time to check time.
She
What's
gave
that?
the guy hot.
Yes.
Guys, for me it was much, but what
Nah,
do you
she
think?
shouldn't have. Cause like she was at, if she was outside work, I would have joined her to beat that man. But then she's at work, and again, her role, customer service. It's not like she's front desk. She's customer service. So regardless of whatever anyone does to her, she's supposed to, work around it and pet the person. talk to the person. Yes.
Guys,
It's supposed to treat them like
honestly, no, it's not
babies.
easy, guys.
There are other
Guys,
ways to
it's
go
not
about
easy.
it. There
Guys,
are
it's
other
not
ways to
easy.
go about it. Like for
It's very
example
painful.
now, after he has thrown the card at her, she can usually escalate to like the HR, to the manager, things like that. There are other like doctrinal ways to go about these things. Make like official complaints against someone.
Okay. So Lizzie, talk to us. What is attitude like?
Well, from what I know,
Yeah.
attitude
Professor.
As per.
All right.
Attitude is one's evaluation of ideas, things, people, basically how you feel and how you react to situations, people, objects, and everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's more of your responding act to
Responding
anything
act.
that's
Mado.
happening to you.
Sharp,
Yeah.
sharp.
Now, when we're not talking of attitude, we should also consider that there are factors that actually affect this
Affects
attitude.
it. True.
Because, for instance, now, V said if the woman was outside work,
Outside
should
work.
have.
So that I'll help you to clear
Now,
Clear
you
the
consider
guy.
that place
Clear room.
affects your attitude,
Yeah.
the time, and the people that you're actually reacting
True.
to.
Accurate.
But
accurate.
now we're talking of workplace.
Workplace. So
Workplace.
it's not
So
somewhere where
attitude
you can.
in the workplace.
It's
Sure.
not
So
somewhere you
that's a
can
very
just,
different
it's almost slap his life person back. It's not possible.
You can't do that.
And that's why, like, there's this quote I always live by, like, you can't control
Mama di
anything,
mama.
like literally
Motivational
anything
speaker,
that
ma.
happens to you. But then the only thing that you can do in that situation is control how you react to that situation, and that is
Word,
literally
wisdom.
where your power lies.
Guys, listen to V.
That is where your power is. Like,
Yeah.
Mama.
what can you control? Did you create the world? No,
No.
nothing. You can't control
Yeah,
what
I like
people
that.
do to you, what the environment does to you. Like now, if it rains and your area is flooded, can you control it? No. It's not how you react to it, whether you will not say, oh, my area is flooded, I'm not going to work today. But you can still pull up at work and be the most positive person.
Yeah.
It's your attitude, how you decided to now
Well,
react to that situation. And by that, you see that person is just generally good and strong and positive because the person has taken their power back. They've reacted
but that
positively
takes,
to
like,
that situation.
It's a whole lot,
It's a
man.
whole
It's a
lot.
lot.
But there's something called the ABCs of attitude.
Hey, lecturer.
ABC.
Mr. ABC.
All right, let's focus. All right.
Let's hear it.
Our pastor.
Please, we're not preaching here. All right, ABCs of attitude. So we have affective attitude,
Well.
behavioral attitude, and cognitive attitude.
All right.
All right, so affective talks about a person's feeling to an attitude. What does that mean? Let's set an example. Do you like snakes?
No. Who likes snakes?
All right, so
Who likes snakes?
the emotion, so for example, in this kind of sentence, I hate snakes because they are dangerous. That emotion is, what's the emotion there? Hate.
Hate.
Yeah, so that
But
is,
that's strong.
yeah,
That is strong word. I don't
affective.
hate snakes.
So what do you?
I just don't fancy them.
You don't fancy
I
them?
can rather eat them
Oh,
I can't kill
Yeah.
them, but
you are.
I
a
don't
different
hate snakes
species.
because they are all creations of
How
the
you
Lord.
chop-
You know, I
how
don't
you
hate.
dey
I
chop
don't.
snakes?
No hate over here.
No wahala.
No hate. No
very
hate
good.
No
over
wahala.
I'll
here.
remind you of this one
Yes.
other day.
All right. So maybe she does not hate snakes, but I'm sure you hate snakes, right?
I hate them. Let's put it
Beautiful.
like
So
that.
let's
That's so
use
strong.
now. So we have behavioral. Behavior is your response to an attitude.
Okay.
So now she hates you hate snake, right?
Yeah.
You hate snake.
She.
Now, then a snake comes into this place.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
I'll tell you to kill it so that I can cook it for
Guy,
dinner.
no, see,
Okay,
you're,
so
not,
you-
you're not one of us.
Veronica doesn't hate snakes. When the snake is come, she wants to be like,
I'll move away.
You see,
No,
won't
I don't
jump.
like it. I move
know.
away.
you would
Tell you
jump.
to
We're
kill
not
it.
I
considering
would-
you. You will
I would
jump,
Bring it home
right?
for me to grill.
I would
Okay. Well, now, guys, you can see two different behaviors. She said that she will allow the snake
She
to
would-
come
I
I
together.
didn't say that.
Or
perform
you
I
will
didn't
shift.
say that. I will shift.
But my friend here will jump on this chair.
As in,
All right.
I would leave.
She will
Probably
not
run out,
jump.
right?
She'll probably like time travel.
I said I can't travel.
She'll probably
Imagine.
like time travel.
So that is a behavioral reaction, to the attitude.
Yeah.
Then we have cognitive. So cognitive is what you think or your belief about
Yeah.
that attitude. So for example, I hate snakes because they are dangerous. Or snakes are dangerous. Snakes are dangerous. So that you are working with that understanding that snakes are dangerous. They are poisonous. So that's informing your action. Right.
True.
But then the thing is now like millennials. You know all this bar. You know,
True.
you react right, react well. You now get to work. Millennials will now start to fumble. They'll fumble the bag. They just act wrong.
Oh, wrong.
For
now.
example, like, yes, millennials, we are very confident, but there's overconfidence. And it can be easily translated into being rude, proud,
People don't shoot themselves.
arrogant, and that's
Nah.
it. When you're overconfident, it's just like straight arrogance.
True.
And our workplace, you don't want your boss thinking you're arrogant. You don't want your
Yeah.
teammates thinking you're arrogant.
Very
you don't
true.
want your boss or your team lead or your subordinates thinking you're arrogant. They wouldn't want to work with you. Even if you're working with them and they are working with you, you won't be so effective because
Very
the
true.
environment is very hostile.
It's choked.
Another thing is like millennials, we want to do the talking. We don't want to listen. We don't
That one, I feel that
listen. We
one.
do
We
more
are
of talking
stubborn.
than listening. And it's so difficult because then
No
you
patience.
find out that people, they don't find it hard to like understand people. That's why you see so many arguments, so many fights. And I'm like, if you had just laid your head down and listened, this wouldn't come up.
Yeah.
So millennials just want to do a lot of talking, not listening.
Yeah, I'm in this
necessary.
category because
Yeah.
talking is like
Is your forte.
Reflex, right?
It's
Reflex.
your forte. She does a lot of talking.
Reflex.
You have to like check her, put her in check. Another thing is, there are certain actions and like attitudes that millennials just assume is correct. Like, yes, we acknowledge that it's 21st century. A lot of things are being done remotely.
Yeah.
Workplace is getting more comfortable. Dress code is becoming a little bit more casual.
Yeah.
But then because
Remote work.
because okay, it's remote,
Yeah.
timing is a little bit more flexible. That's some millennials today. I'm not feeling really nice. Just wear their pajamas and they'll come to work on a Friday morning. They'll come like 3 hours late because they know,
Friday.
it's last. I'm coming to work on my laptop and I
See
not
that?
do it at home. Yes,
wrong
you
attitude.
can, but it's a wrong attitude. You
Very
don't
wrong
want people,
attitude.
in that scenario. Would they want to promote you?
Not
Would they want you to lead a team?
Not at
Would they
all.
want you to facilitate a
That's
program
even if they even
when
still
they
be
know
paying
that
the
your
person.
attitude towards work is not constant?
Yeah.
There are so many things that millennials do at work that is so wrong, and like we need to put in check. Like all of us, myself,
Everybody.
myself,
Well,
Everybody,
I
right?
feel
myself. I need to check myself.
true. Me, I'm already even checking myself. You already spoken to
We're
me.
So I'm spoken to you. Don't worry.
It's
Just
me.
yeah, like
We're
But
reflecting, yeah?
But I feel one thing that actually causes this issue is that a lot of millennials expect that they are coming to a workplace. Everybody there, we expect that we are all the same. Everybody is most probably.
don't say millennials. All of us.
Yeah,
Because I'm inside.
We're all there.
we
I'm
expect
there.
that everybody.
Should think like
Yes,
us.
we are. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's 21st generation now.
And I wonder why
all of
that
us
is.
should be in the same level.
WhatsApp
But then,
group.
but then they
Say WhatsApp group.
Sorry.
But
all
they
then
right.
that's
fail
you
to
exist the group.
realize that
Yeah.
there are like diverse generation even in the workplace. For instance, now my boss is like, I'm very sure he's not in my, I don't know, let me know.
It's not your age range, but he's not a millennial.
Like,
Let
it's
me
not
catch
a
you.
millennial.
Okay.
Imagine I have, as she said, these attitudes are like restricted to most millennials.
Yeah.
And I come with the idea that that's how.
Yeah,
you
my
should
God should be
have.
flexible. He should
You
come
so
t-shirt
you
on a
should
Monday morning.
understand.
it doesn't
Jeans.
lead to a problem because he also has the way his generation behaves,
Yeah,
and he expects that we should be able
expectations.
to blend into it and all.
Absolutely
But
right.
then, and even if you're not lucky that your boss is also a millennial like that, remember that part of this millennial we still have age groups kind of.
Yeah.
So it's also
Plus 30 gang.
true. So they like they're
Under
dying.
20 gang.
Then the 20 we now meet for
We are
the
inside.
Guy.
And then the teens. They are the prime of the era.
guys.
And those people feel at the peak, like
Yeah.
So now,
At their most.
what we're saying is there are like diverse generations in the workplace. So you find it hard for most millennials find it hard to like just find a way to work with everybody because we
Yeah.
already have a different mindset
They are
already.
too rigid
Right.
with their
So-
beliefs.
So coming up on this point, there needs to be balance.
Definitely.
Now, two wrongs don't make it right. So
Never.
we have most employers are baby boomers. So those like older generation, great,
Daddy and mommy, uncle, grandpa.
50 years, you know.
I'm old enough to be your daddy.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Good.
Sugar daddy goes.
Then a number of us that are being employed are millennials. Now, so there has to be a balance. We have to be able to, in context, bridge the gap.
Yeah.
All right.
Smart one. Nice one. Drop no cool.
Xavier, you feel
OG.
that?
I
You
feel
feel
it.
that?
I feel
All
it.
right.
Yes.
All right. Now, so there needs to be a bridge of gap, between
Yeah.
both parties. So the baby boomers, they should be able to understand the millennials because they're not employing their age mates. I mean, I won't employ a
they should
50-year-old
know the
person.
kind
I'm
of-
sorry, but yeah, but for some basic roles, I won't employ someone that's quite elderly.
Old.
So definitely I'll bring in someone that's young.
Yeah.
So she'll be able to understand the kind of generation.
Yeah, their
Also,
work
they
You're
should,
working with.
ethic.
Like the way they reason, so it will help the employer to do some research. Like
absolutely.
understand these people that are coming to work with you.
So I don't
Like if you're telling them 9 to 5, expect them to be at 9 and expect them to be 5:05.
Five what?
5:05 as per like at least they'll pass bag and be going.
4:59.
But they are leaving by
They're
5.
gone.
Don't expect millennials to pick your calls on weekends. Who are you calling?
Like,
Is it time to work?
Like, don't give us very high expectation because it's just really, how will you be telling me something like, you have to do this, you have to do that, and because you expect that is how it should be, but I'm coming from a whole different.
Or
A
you
whole
not
different
saying, finish
generation.
it off at work. Sorry, it's at work.
Anything
What
that
is
is
Time
over?
is not part of my work.
I'm going to party.
Play,
Yeah, so
Yeah, like-
we actually need to balance. So the employers,
Yeah.
should be flexible.
And the,
All right,
and
they should
the
be able to
millennials too
understand.
should be flexible.
Then the millennials, they are focusing on you today,
We are
on
too
us.
rigid.
Too
We
tight.
should be more flexible.
Should be too tight.
Yeah.
Flexibility is not some people
Like because
cause it's not
it does not matter
it's not
because
our
it does
strong
really.
points. Like for me, it's not my strong point. So it's
Well,
just
I'm
like-
very
But we
flexible.
need to be
Very.
calm. Like you said, now the way the employer needs to understand the employee. Guys, know your boss. Know your boss. See,
Yeah, know
your
what he
boss could
wants.
be very tough, adjust.
Stern. Yeah.
Then if your boss is flexible, then great.
You too.
So, but try to understand who
Yeah.
your boss is and
Okay.
adjust to the environment you're working in.
That's it. Just adjust.
It's very important.
Adjust to your
Okay,
environment.
sorry. One question.
Yeah.
So if majority, like now in a workplace, majority of the people there are like millennials, and then maybe like 1-2% are like baby boomers, who should do the adjusting more?
Both parties, that's what we're saying.
Both parties, because you
So-
can't just expect them who have been in the business way longer than you have to now
fully
come and
compromise.
then like, are you
Nah.
their daddy or mommy?
No.
They should come and compromise their
So
So what
entire
was
life.
somebody saying? They should meet at the
There should
middle.
be-
Yes, there should be an equilibrium.
Everybody should
Let
meet
us
at the
meet
middle.
at the bus stop.
Yeah.
From
They should
there, we
all
can take a train.
compromise to achieve
forward.
something.
Yeah.
I like that point.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that
it.
point.
So we should all. Anyways, guys, we don't have time. No time. We don't have time. So, guys, today we're talking about so many things. Your attitude. Don't forget. You can't control what happens to you, but you can only control how you react to things.
Yeah.
Just act right at work. Make sure that you're always at your best. Always try to, adjust to your environment.
Yeah.
Always compromise, and you'll be fine.
So that's the end for today.
Yes, guys.
And we remain your host, Elizabeth.
Veronica.
And Emmanuel, see you
Bye,
guys
guys.
soon. Bye. Take care.
Certification Edge, building cross-border capabilities.